The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is Acusensus. The ticker code is ACE if you're not familiar with it. Definitely in the small end of the ASX. But the company today has been awarded an $8.7 million 5-year contract with the Western Australian Road Safety Commission to supply enforcement camera programs. So the new program comes on top of an existing $9.4 million contract, which was signed late last year. In its most recent report, ACE posted year-on-year revenue growth of close to 30%, with earnings of $5.7 million. It's got $21.5 million on the balance sheet, and its FY26 guidance was up to 41% growth, supported by a rollout in New Zealand and expanded sales in the US. Morgans, for one, has a specky buy on the company. So let's find out what my guests think. I have Henry Jennings from Markets Today and Andrew Whiteland from DP Wealth Advisory with me. Henry, given it's in the very small end of town, let's start with you. What's your view?
Well, Nadine, I've got to say, I was very, I wasn't surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised, I guess, when you chose this one as stock of the day, because it's always good to look at new stocks that kind of fly under the radar. And certainly this one, if you pardon the pun, has flown under my radar, but no longer. I've got to say, I looked through this one and was pretty impressed. A little bit too much right foot gas. It's a bit of a hedge as well. Now, these guys are using AI for their speed cameras in WA, but I think the real key is the use of AI in terms of speeding, but also seatbelt monitoring, mobile phone monitoring, but more importantly in the US and the UK as well, which does offer some good growth opportunities there. It's only a $140 million market cap company, but but they are making money. Positive cash flow, strong balance sheet. They've got $21 million on the balance sheet. The results were pretty good. They've got this new contract in WA. It is pretty thin, I have to say. Liquidity is a bit of an issue, but I guess programs like this and looking at it does tend to shine a bit of a spotlight on these sorts of stocks. So that is good. That does help liquidity. So I like this one. It's going to be my hedge with a world that is increasingly putting lower and lower speed limits on, and putting more and more road rules in place for the safety of pedestrians and other cars. I think this one's got a bit of a future, and the US and the UK does offer that big upside. And it's a bit like one of those penguin stocks. Once you get one on board, the others tend to follow. And I suspect, it's making some inroads into the US, and that growing presence there. I think it's increased its US jurisdictions to 6 by the end of FY25. So that will only get more and more. So as long as they can control the costs in the US in terms of rolling out the cameras and the AI, I think this one's got some good potential. So I'd be a buyer of this one.
Wonderful. Acusensus, Andrew, what do you think? I know it's small, but sometimes small grows into very good big things.
Indeed, Nadine. Look, I think it's a buy as well. Again, it's not a core holding. It would be a satellite, but for all the reasons that Henry just spoke about, the fact that they're looking at going offshore, I like the fact that they've got $21 million in the bank in cash and term deposits. I know consensus is $1.30 versus the $1 odd share price. So my biggest issue with it, which we've all laboured already, is that there's only it's a $142 million market cap, and yet there's only $43,000 a day of shares that are traded. So please don't go in there and put a monster buy order in there. If you're going to do a buy, be sensible about it. Nibble away, as my learned friend eloquently puts. But as a satellite exposure, it looks really interesting. So I think it's a buy as well.
Thank you. That's a double buy for our stock of the day, Acusensus, ticker code ACE. Thanks to my guests.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.